Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Wherever you are in the world, thanks for spending a little part of your day with us.
Hey there! Great to see you all again. You know, I was just thinking before we started recording, one of the best things in life is talking about the stuff we love doing. It just makes conversations so much more fun.
Oh, I completely agree. Just yesterday, I was telling my neighbor about my weekend pottery class, and her face just lit up. She started telling me all about her gardening hobby, and we talked for like 20 minutes. It was such a lovely moment.
See? That's exactly it. When you talk about your favorite activities, you connect with people. And that's our topic today on Simple English Talks. We're going to learn how to discuss your favorite activities in natural, real, everyday English.
That's right. By the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about your hobbies and interests confidently. You'll know how to describe what you do, why you love it, and how to ask others about their passions. It's going to be really practical.
And we want you to think about this as we go along. What's your favorite activity? Is it cooking, playing football, reading, painting, or maybe something totally unique? Keep that in your mind because you'll get to practice talking about it.
Yes. Don't just listen. Participate with us. We want to hear from you in the comments. Tell us about your favorite activity using the phrases we teach today. It's great practice, and we love reading what you share.
And before we jump in, a quick reminder. If you enjoy Simple English Talks and want to improve your English every week, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out and makes sure you never miss a new episode.
All right, let's get started. Are you ready, Smith?
I'm so ready. Let's talk about what we love.
So, let's begin with the most basic and important part. When you want to talk about your favorite activities, you need a simple structure. The easiest way is to start with, I love, or I really like, followed by the activity. But here's the trick. The activity needs to be in the ing form.
Ah, this is a key grammar point. Listen carefully, everyone. We say, I love swimming, not, I love swim. We say, I really like cooking, not, I really like cook. The structure is subject plus love, or like plus verb-ing.
Exactly right. So let's practice with some examples. I love reading science fiction novels. I really like hiking in the mountains. I love listening to podcasts, of course. See how natural that sounds?
Great examples. And here are a few more from my life. I love playing the guitar, even though I'm not very good. I really like trying new restaurants in the city, and I love watching old black and white movies on rainy Sundays. What about you, listeners? Can you make a sentence with I love or I really like?
Now, you can also use enjoy. It's a little more formal, but still very common and natural. I enjoy spending time in nature. I enjoy learning about history. So you have love, really like, and enjoy. All of them are followed by ing. That's the golden rule.
And a quick question from me. What if you don't love it, but you're just interested in it? How can you say that?
Oh, good question. You can say I'm into something. This is a fantastic, supernatural phrase. I'm into photography. I'm into yoga. It means you're interested in it. You enjoy it. It's very conversational. I love that phrase. I'm into. I'm into cycling these days. I just bought a new bike. Listeners, what are you into right now? Think of one activity and say it out loud. I'm into. Finish that sentence. Now, let's talk about the negative form. What if you want to say an activity is not for you? You can say, I'm not really into something, or I don't like, plus ing. So, I'm not really into horror movies. I don't like running on a treadmill. It feels boring to me. That's a very polite way to say you don't enjoy something. I'm not really into. It's softer than saying I hate it. So, for example, I'm not really into camping. I prefer a comfortable bed. What about you? Can you think of something you're not really into? So, to quickly summarize this first section, the basic structure is I love, I really like, I enjoy, plus verbing. And for interest, you can use I'm into. For things you don't prefer, you can say I'm not really into. Perfect summary. You now have the basic building blocks. Let's move on and make our conversations richer. Okay, now you can say what you love. But to have a really good conversation, you need to explain why you love it. This makes the conversation much more interesting. Let's build on what we just learned. This is my favorite part. When someone says, I love painting, the natural next question is, why? Or, what do you like about it? Being ready for that question makes you a great conversationalist. Right. And there are some easy and natural ways to give your reasons. The first and simplest is to use because. I love cycling because it keeps me fit. I really like painting because it's so relaxing. But we can use even better phrases. Yes, here are some of my favorites. You can say, I find it, and then add an adjective. For example, I play video games because I find them really challenging and fun. I read books because I find the stories incredibly engaging. I find it, or I find them, is so useful. Another great phrase is, it's a great way to, and then add a benefit. So, I go for a walk every morning because it's a great way to clear my head before work. Cooking is a great way to be creative with my hands. It sounds so natural.
And one more. You can use it helps me plus a verb. For example, yoga helps me relax after a stressful day. Listening to music helps me focus when I'm working. These phrases give the listener a real window into your life.
Let's do a little dialogue demonstration. Smith, I heard you just started learning to bake sourdough bread. That's so cool. Tell me why you like it.
Oh, I'm so into it. I find the whole process really therapeutic. It's a great way to slow down and be patient, you know? And honestly, it helps me disconnect from my phone for a few hours.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I might have to try it. See how natural that sounded? Smith used, I find it therapeutic. It's a great way to slow down. And it helps me disconnect. All in one answer.
And I didn't even use because once, though that's also perfectly fine. Now, let's talk about formality. In a job interview, you might say, I find teamwork very rewarding. But with a friend, you could just say, I'm really into my book club. It's a great laugh.
Excellent point. The phrases are flexible. Okay, let's do a quick practice activity right now. I'll ask you listeners a why question, and you answer out loud using one of our new phrases. Ready? Why do you like your favorite activity?
Did you say it out loud? I hope so. Here's a specific tip. First, just state the activity. Second, pick your reason phrase. I find it. It's a great way to, or, it helps me. Third, complete the sentence. It's a simple 3-step process.
And as always, we want you to write a full sentence in the comments. Tell us your favorite activity and why you love it, using I find it, it's a great way to, or it helps me. We can't wait to read your reasons.
A quick recap of this section. We added depth to our conversation by explaining why we love our activities. Use I find it, it's a great way to, and it helps me, to sound like a natural English speaker.
Now, a conversation is a two-way street. You can't just talk about yourself the whole time. A big part of discussing your favorite activities is learning how to ask other people about theirs. And doing it in a way that feels natural, not like a police interview.
Oh, that's so true. You don't want to just say, what is your hobby? It sounds a bit formal and old-fashioned. There are much warmer, friendlier ways to ask the same thing.
Exactly. Let's learn some modern, friendly alternatives. My absolute favorite is what do you do for fun? It's perfect, it's casual, it's open, and it invites the person to share anything they enjoy.
That's a great one. Another is, What do you like to do in your free time? It's a little more specific to weekends or evenings, but still very natural. Or you can say, what are you into? Just like we practiced earlier.
And what if you're in a specific situation? Like, it's a Monday morning and you're talking to a colleague. You could ask, did you get up to anything fun this weekend? That's a brilliant phrase. Get up to anything fun implies you expect they had a good time. I love that one! You can also ask, how do you like to unwind? Unwind means to relax. So you're asking about their relaxing activities. How do you like to unwind after work? It shows you care about their well-being. Now, here's a tip for politeness and naturalness. When they tell you their activity, show real interest. Use short phrases like, oh, cool, that sounds interesting, or, really? Tell me more about that. It encourages them to keep talking. And your tone of voice is so important here. You have to sound genuinely curious, not like you're just reading questions from a list. Let's try a mini dialogue. I'll ask you, what do you do for fun? I've been getting into indoor rock climbing recently. I find it's a great full-body workout, and it's really fun. Oh, that sounds awesome. I've never tried that. Is it scary being up so high? A little bit at first, but you get used to it. It helps me face my fear of heights, actually. See how easy that was? I used a follow-up question, is it scary, to keep the conversation flowing. That's the secret. Listeners, it's your turn to practice. I want you to imagine you're talking to a new friend. Ask them one of these questions out loud. What do you do for fun? Or, how do you like to unwind? Practice the pronunciation. Make it sound smooth. And after they answer in your imagination, practice your reaction. Say, oh, cool, or, that's really interesting. The goal is to make the conversation feel warm and genuine. It's these little phrases that make a huge difference.
So the structure for this section is simple. Ask a friendly question like, what do you do for fun? Listen to their answer, show interest, and ask a simple follow-up question. It's a perfect formula.
All right, we've built all these great skills. But now, let's be honest with each other. We all make mistakes, even me and Smith. Let's talk about some common mistakes learners make when talking about their activities, so you can avoid them.
Oh, I've made so many mistakes in other languages. I once told someone in Spanish that I was embarrassed to go to the beach, when I meant pregnant. The word is very similar, so I totally understand how easy it is to slip up.
That's hilarious. And a perfect example. Mistake number 1 in English is saying, I like very much. For example, I like very much swimming. This is a direct translation from some languages, but in English, it sounds unnatural.
Right. The correct way is to put very much at the end. I like swimming very much. Or even better, just say, I really like swimming. The incorrect way is, I like very much swimming. The correct way is, I really like swimming. Or, I like swimming very much. The very much goes at the end.
Mistake number 2 is forgetting the sing. I often hear, I love play football. It should be, I love playing football. Remember our golden rule. Love, like, enjoy, don't mind, they all need that ing.
Mistake number 3 is using say when you mean tell for a story. You might say, I want to say you about my trip, but it should be, I want to tell you about my trip. You tell someone a story, so if you're sharing an experience from your hobby, use tell.
And the last common mistake is the question form. Sometimes learners ask, what is your hobby? Which is grammatically correct, but a bit stiff. A better alternative is, what do you do for fun? Or, what are you into? It sounds so much more modern and relaxed.
So, let's quickly practice. I'll say the incorrect sentence, and you say the correct one out loud. Ready? I like very much to cook.
The correct form is, I really like cooking, or, I like cooking very much.
Here's another one. I want to tell you my new hobby.
Remember, you tell someone, but you talk about something. So it should be, I want to tell you about my new hobby, or I want to talk about my new hobby.
Mistakes are a completely normal part of learning. Every single person who speaks English fluently today has made these same mistakes. It's just a sign that you're trying, and that's the most important thing.
So now, let's turn all of this into a fun, interactive game. I'm going to give you a situation, and then two possible sentences. I want you to choose the correct or more natural one. Are you ready to play?
Oh, I love this part. It really makes you think. Okay, listeners, speak your answers out loud. Nobody can hear you but you, so don't be shy.
Here's situation number 1. You're at a party, and you want to ask a new person about their interests. Do you say, A, what are your hobbies? Or B, what do you do for fun?
And the better choice is B, what do you do for fun? Option A is grammatically correct, but B is just so much more natural and friendly for a party.
Perfect. Situation 2. You want to explain why you love gardening. Do you say, A, I find it very peaceful, or B, it finds me very peaceful?
Haha, definitely A. I find it very peaceful. The activity is peaceful for you. If you say, it finds me very peaceful, it sounds like the garden is looking for you. Situation 3. You're telling a friend about your new painting class. A, I very like painting. Or B, I really like painting. B, without a doubt, I really like painting. Don't put very right before the verb like in this way. Last one. You want to ask a colleague about their weekend. A, did you get up to anything fun this weekend? Or B, did you hobby this weekend? A, all the way, did you get up to anything fun, is a perfect, native-sounding phrase. Did you hobby is not correct English. Great job, everyone. How did you do? The most important thing is not to get it perfect every time, but to try. The goal is real conversation, and you're building the tools to have them. Don't forget, you can also vary your tone. If you're really excited, you can say, I absolutely love, or I'm a huge fan of. It's all about expressing your real feelings. And now, I want to challenge you. Create your own sentence about your favorite activity, but try to use at least 2 things we learned today. Maybe, I'm into, and it's a great way to try to link them together. That's a fantastic challenge. Put it all together, the grammar, the reasons, and the questions. That's how you build a real, flowing conversation, not just a single, perfect sentence. Wow, we have covered so much today. I feel so energized. We learned how to start talking about our favorite activities, how to explain why we love them, and how to ask others about theirs in a natural, friendly way. Let's quickly list the 3 big takeaways. First, use I love, I really like, or I'm into, plus verb-ing to state your activity. Second, explain why using I find it, it's a great way to, and it helps me. And third, ask friendly questions like, what do you do for fun? And show genuine interest.
That's a perfect summary. You have everything you need now. Your English homework, if you choose to accept it, is to write in the comments below. Tell us what you're into and why. Use the phrases from today's episode. We will personally be reading them and cheering you on.
And here's a reflective question for you to think about. Has your favorite activity changed over time? I used to love playing video games all day, but now I find a long hike much more rewarding. Tastes change, and that's a great thing to talk about.
That's a beautiful thought. And now, some quick calls to action. If this episode helped you feel more confident, please hit that like button and share it with a friend who's also learning English. And make sure you subscribe to Simple English Talks so we can see you next week.
Seriously, your support means the world to us. We love making these episodes for you. Thanks for bringing your energy and your willingness to learn. You're doing an amazing job.
Keep practicing, keep having real conversations, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's where the learning happens.
You're all superstars. Thanks for listening to Simple English Talks, and see you next time.